Hey, welcome back to Tanked Again. It's the second part of how two absolute beginners set up their first aquarium. And good news, this part actually contains some videos of the fish, although there are still some slow pan and scan photographs, just like a low-budget crime documentary. Now I can't wait to show you some of the first fish that we bought, so stay around till the end and you'll see our aquarium showstopper. Now, when we bought our first tank, I had absolutely no intention of making content about it. So all the photographs and videos that you see, well, they were just for us. They weren't filmed with YouTube in mind. There's no plan. There's no great camera angles and certainly no professionalism. It's just me pointing my phone at a fish tank. I've added a few graphics in as well where needed, but like every DIY YouTube channel out there, I'm doing the best with what I've got, as the actress said to the bishop. Now, I'd love it if you'd also check out the shorts that I've put on the channel. Hopefully it'll build a little bit of interest just before that new tank arrives. It's now 11 weeks since I ordered, and I'm hoping it isn't too far away. Worst case, it should be about another month. We were told it could be 16 weeks. Then a huge waiting list when I ordered, which, as well as being annoying, is also strangely reassuring because it shows that I'm not the only person out there spending a fortune on glass boxes that you fill with water. Now anyway, back to part 2. But before I go, it really helps the channel and the YouTube algorithms if you could all
Like, subscribe, ring that bell!
I will love you all forever if you do.
I'm tanked again, money down the drain. Tanked again, but I love the pain. Rocks and wood, plants and lights. No cash left, but the tank looks right.
So the tank was filled, and our next job was to add some plants and wait for it to cycle. Now, for other beginners here, I'll explain briefly the nitrogen cycle. Fish and food waste breaks down into ammonia. Bacteria then turns that ammonia into nitrite. Another bacteria turn that nitrite into nitrates. Then those nitrates are either used by your plants or removed from the water by doing a water change. Now, the aim in a cycled tank is for the ammonia to be zero, the nitrite to be zero, and the nitrate should be present and usually climb steadily over days or weeks. As beginners, we'd bought a test kit and we knew what we were aiming for. There we were, like mad scientists. At this point, though, we never thought to test the tap water. And as it turns out, our tap water is very soft, which surprised me a lot because the state of our kettle, I thought it was being piped in directly from a bloody quarry. Now, our GH and KH are both around 3, with a pH of around 7, and more importantly, the nitrate level in the tap water fluctuates between around 7 and 15 parts per million. But we didn't know any of that at the time. We added a few plants still in their pots, and a large piece of wood already loaded with Java fern and Java moss, and then we added some plant food, sat back, and waited. We tested the water and the results came back perfect. 0 ammonia, 0 nitrite, and a small amount of nitrate. Well, this cycling business is as easy as riding a bike. In reality, though, the tank hadn't cycled at all. We were basically just testing our normal dechlorinated tap water and congratulated ourselves as if we'd finally cracked cold fusion. But overjoyed with our mastery of it all, we jumped in the car, drove back to the fish shop, and we got some little swimmers for the tank. And we were overwhelmed with choice. In the end, we decided on some Santa Claus platies, some bumblebee platies, some silver tip tetras, and some black phantom tetras. In the tank, they looked great. They explored straight away, they looked very happy, and settled in really quickly. And better still, the next morning, none of them were dead. Which, to beginners like us, felt like we were being handed an honorary doctorate in aquarium science. We tested the water again, still fine, and we immediately assumed that we'd mastered the perfectly balanced aquarium after just 1 day. The fish hadn't even had enough time to settle in, eat some grub, have a poo, and generally begin to make the water worse. But no, in our minds, we were the experts now. We were aquarium whisperers, the chosen ones. And a few days later, because we'd got no self-control, we went back to the fish shop for some more fish. This time we picked some cardinal tetras a couple of bristlenose plecos, some panda cories, and I think some rasbora. And then we saw him, this little red marbled koi betta. He was in a tank with some platies. He looked very small, very lonely, and very much like he knew exactly how to manipulate a financially irresponsible family like ours. He swam up to the glass, looked straight at us, and basically said, "Take me home!" And so we did. And everyone in the tank still seemed happy. And again, after a few days, we tested the water with the same results. And at this point, we were really pleased with ourselves. We were the sort of pleased with yourself that you get just before the universe notices and starts quietly rolling up its sleeves.